Good evening, everyone. It's a beautiful day. I thought I'd go for a ride on the back roads down through here. There's a lot of creeks up through this road, and it's a nice day. It's 70 degrees. I've watched for deer. There's usually a lot of deer up through here, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching my videos, and ask everyone to subscribe and to click on like. I notice a lot of people, they watch videos but maybe they don't like it, but they don't click on like even if they do. So if you like the video, please click like and subscribe. There's a pretty good water crossing here. I have to raise my feet up. Pretty deep. I'd say it was a lot higher from the looks of that fence right there. Yeah, it doesn't even actually, yeah, it does. Okay, it starts saying it doesn't show that creek on the GPS right there. I got my iPhone 6 Plus, and it does show that creek that we just crossed on the GPS. Nice evening out. I went mushroom hunting today after church. This morning we went mushroom hunting after we got out of church and didn't find any, but I know it's just right there. The temperature's warming up, so it won't be but a few days and I'll find some. We like to find them morel mushrooms and catch a mess of trout and eat them. I like fried morel mushrooms with trout. I like fried morel mushrooms with squirrel too. It's just right now they're out of season and I don't have any in the freezer. Of course, the morel mushrooms, they're heavy in this part of the country, and a good place to look is like those sycamore trees you can see there around that creek. This is actually not where I hunt, it's not my land, but that is a good place to hunt. That'd be usually it's the white ones that grow around those sycamore trees. Now up on the hills, I actually find them under dogwood trees, mostly. And they're the black morels. Places like that right out there is a wonderful place to find morel mushrooms under those sycamore trees in these bottoms like this around the creek beds, and where there's the more sycamore trees the better. I've heard people say, well, I find them around grapevines. Well, I found them around grapevines too, and I find one and I look up and I'm under a sycamore tree. So I'd say it's more around sycamore trees. The white ones in the bottoms, and the black ones, I have found them just about anywhere. Sometimes I also believe that where the spores land, that's where they grow. Conditions are right, temperature's right, they grow. If there's no spores there's no mushrooms. Must be some kids playing in the creek. It's awful cold to be doing that. Maybe 70 degrees, but that water's cold because we've had a lot of snow and cold weather. Coming up to another creek crossing here. Raise my feet up, and I don't want to run off the edge of that either right there into the deep hole. There's some of the concrete slab there is washed out. And here's yet another creek crossing. If you can hear another motorcycle, that is, I don't know if you can see in my mirror, but that's my son following me on his, he's got a CRF250, and that's him following me. We're actually on our way home from church. We went this morning, and then I thought, it's a beautiful day, let's ride our bikes to church this evening. My wife drove her car. It's a beautiful day. A lot of people would rather be out riding, but I do believe that God is number one. He's number one in my life, and I give him his time first. Everything else comes second. So, and everything else works. He blesses me, my family. He's blessed me with this motorcycle and all this beautiful country to ride it in. There's another thing, you see them there. They're probably getting ready to take gravel out of that creek. We used to ride motorcycles around in a lot of these creeks, playing down through here, four-wheelers. And a lot of places they stopped us from riding, saying that the four-wheelers are just tearing the creek beds up. And they made laws that they don't want you riding the four-wheelers in the creek because you might kill some little fish or something. And then so they kick us out of the creeks where we can't play on the gravel bars. And then a week or so later, they come in here with all these dozers and stuff, and for 2 or 3 miles they totally wipe the creek out. But that's okay, evidently, because they make money off it. It don't matter if it kills the fish, it's about the money. And the ATVs and dirt bikes, they wasn't paying no money. That's why you notice that the riding places, a lot of them, you pay. Then it's okay. It's okay if we destroy the land as long as you're paying. But as I rode back through the years, a lot of people rode with me. We made trails up and down the hills and hollers. I go back to some of them now, to where some of them was. You can't even tell they was there. The years go by, the land turns back, the trees fall across, all that damage that they said we was doing, it's not even noticeable no more. But that's what everything's coming to. If you don't have private land to ride on, you don't ride. And that's actually the reason I got into, I've always had motorcycles, street bikes. I've had Gold Wings, and I've had Yamaha Viragos, Suzuki Marauders, Honda Shadows. I've had a little bit of everything. And dual sports, I've had a DR650 SE, and the dual sport is more me. I've raced motocross, so riding a dual sport just comes natural. It feels like I'm on a motocross bike. The seating, the positioning, and I can ride back roads. The street bike was okay, but it's just for the street. So I'm a country boy. I like being out in the country. I like riding back roads and enjoying the beautiful world that God's created for us. Some people like the cities. I don't really care if I ever go to a city. We went to Atlanta Supercross this year, and if you look at one of my videos there, I got the opening ceremonies where Chad Reed was riding the two-stroke, and but when I got to Atlanta, Georgia, I realized real quick that this country boy don't fit in that place. The traffic was just unreal, and I get there and we're all trying to think of something to do before the Supercross. The day before, actually, it was on a Friday, and Saturday was the Supercross. And I found a place to trout fish, and my son, he's in the military, he told me, he said, well, Dad, we come to Atlanta and here you are wanting to trout fish, which is something you do at home. And I told him, I said, well, that's just me. You know, I don't want to go to the mall and look around in the mall. So anyway, we made it through it. The Supercross was great. We made it back just fine out of the traffic, and now I'm back at home where I belong, where I can ride my bike and enjoy the scenery and post these videos for you people. Hope that you enjoy them. I've got a lot of videos I'm going to do. Some rides around Branson, around Table Rock Lake and Eureka Springs, and a lot of places that I'd like to show everybody around this area. I've done one tour. If you look, I done a tour through Roaring River State Park, but I want to do another one when it greens up and it's a lot prettier. I'd like to do another one then. You can see the old houses, old log houses around here like that one, and there's a lot of history in this holler. And actually, the house that I live in is the oldest house in this country down in here in Thomas Holler. Well, I'm not too far from the house now, so I think I'm gonna let y'all go, and I thank you for watching. As I said before, please click on the subscribe and the like and watch my other videos until I post another one. Catch you later.